This is the video and this is the channel you want to be watching if you're a buyer out there looking for your next home and you don't want to end up with buyer's remorse. You don't want to be one of the percentage that comes up with buyer's remorse. Or if you're a seller and you're out there and you want to get top dollar for your home, watch this video right here. We're going to be going over the market and the numbers in the capital region here. And I've got people all the time reaching out to me through this video and asking me questions about real estate. So if you got a question, message me below. You might as well contact information, phone, email, text, whatever it is. It's easiest for you to get a hold of me in that way and ask me those questions. But my name is Chris McMahon. I'm a local real estate agent here in the capital region in upstate New York. And we're just going to go right into it here. We're going to dive into the market numbers. So we're going back here to February, because we haven't got this month's numbers yet. It's still going on that one. So let's dive in here to February's number. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to do an overview of the market as a whole. And then I'm going to break it down in a couple different parts here. And if you've got an area that you're interested in, I haven't covered it because there's just too many areas to cover. I can't do it all at one time. Reach out to me, let me know, and I can do your own special video and break those numbers down for you and kind of give you the insights that you're looking for. So for now, we're going over just the capital region as a whole. And we're looking here for active listings. Active listings, again, looks like we're over the fourth month in a row. The number of active listings has gone down for the capital region as a whole. We're at 1587 for the month of February. And new listings actually dropped. We had a little bit of an increase in new listings last month in January, but now they've come down a little bit, down to 686 on that one. But let's come over here and let's look at prices. What a lot of your buyers and sellers are very much interested in is like, where are the prices going on there for the capital region? And again, for the second month in a row, the average price right here, that's with this blue line, the average sales price, these are for sold properties that we're looking at, dropped down. So we're at what, 367, almost 368 is the average sales price. So now this red line down here, the guy down here, is going to be the median sales price that we got over there. And that actually increased just slightly by about $1,500 from $305,000 to $306,500 for that one. The absorption rate again is coming down for the fourth month in a row. It's look, this little line right here is looking somewhat similar to our active listings lines right up here, but it's dropped down to a 12-month low, as you can see for right now. It's 1.82, so just under 2 months of inventory that we have out there on the market. And the list to sold ratio dropped for the second month in a row. Right now, on average, we're looking at about 97% is what they're getting from the list price to the sales price for the month of February. Days on the market, however, has been on a pretty steady incline here since about last August. So days on the market is up on average over a month to about 39 days, just over 39 days. And well, my favorite thing to look at for capital region, where are most of these properties going? What's the price range of most are going at? So as we can see right here, this 300 to 400,000 range has got 115. But remember, if you watch my videos before even here, it breaks them down by 50,000 increments below that. Then it jumps to 100,000 and from the 300 and 400 range. So really, you got to add these two numbers together. So we're looking at about 160 with these numbers right here. And that 2 to 300 range. So the 2 to 300 range is where the majority of sales are coming for the properties. And this is for single family residents. And then we're second with that 3 to 400 range. And we got that 500 plus range, 107, which is a pretty good number, but that's a wide range. There's a lot of properties that fall in that area right there. So that's our overview of the capital region. Now we're going to go back through. Let's break it down to some of the different areas that we like to cover here. We try and get a little bit of everything, but we're going to start off with Saratoga Springs right here. We're going to bring these numbers up. I'm going to get rid of the sold and the pending, and I just want to focus on right now for the active listings and the new listings that are out there. So active listings that we can see in Saratoga is on the incline. It's going up from 107 to 118 active listing in Saratoga right now. But new listings has dropped. It jumped up from December into January. It was up at 57. It's kind of pivoted and going the other direction right now, down to 51, though not a huge change, but is trending down that way. But the good news is we're starting to get into that selling season. So the warmer weather is here. It's starting to warm up. The snow is melting. It's receding. It's going back. So we'll see that reflected in March's numbers, and we'll see what happens with that. Are the sellers and the buyers starting to come out and take a look at things? We'll know more when next month's numbers come out. But pay attention for that and tune in. Subscribe to the channel so you get notified when the next one comes up, so you can make sure you can get that information when it comes out. But coming right over here, listing prices right here again for the second month in a row. The average sold price has dropped. It's still at $796 in Saratoga Springs. Our highest price point in the area is Saratoga Springs at $796, and it has been for quite a while now. But we're also seeing the medium sales price drop here as well, down to $634, down from $695. So a pretty decent drop in the medium sales price in Saratoga Springs as well. The absorption rate did increase though, so it's going a little different than what we saw with the capital region as a whole. It jumped up from 2.85 to 3 months of inventory right now. So a pretty healthy amount of inventory, it looks like, in Saratoga. 3 months of inventory. And as we also saw, the number of active listings have increased. And the list to sold ratio is getting 98.4%. So higher than their average in Saratoga Springs for the list from the sold to list ratio. And the days on the market is also increased. We're sitting at about 49 days in the market. So again, that's over the average for the region that we're looking at here. But where the biggest sellers are now, if you've watched my videos before, you're going to know highest price point, the median and the average sales price are both over 500,000. So I would expect as we scroll down here that we're going to see the majority of the sales was over that 500,000, which we do. So that 5 in the 3 to 400 range and 4 in that 4 to 500 range right there. So 9 combined for that 200,000 range compared to the 18 in the 500 plus range. So that's Saratoga. That's our numbers right there. Our next location was going to come over here and check. We're going to check out Albany, the capital of New York State. And again, we're seeing this downward trend for the 4th month in a row for our active listings, which is at 73, which was down from 84 the previous months, which back in November was where it peaked for the year. We had 125. So it was on an upward trend for pretty much most of the year in 2024, and then kind of pivoted in that November, and it's been in a downward trend now where we're now down to 73. And also our new listings dropped slightly from 55 down to 50. So not as many new listings coming out on the market right now. But the list to sold or sold to list ratio, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Listing prices, that's where we got to go to next here. Big drop here as far as the average sales price from 280 to, let's say 290. We're going to round that up, 290, and it's dropped down to 261. So almost $30,000. We see a drop in the listing price here. So buyers out there, prices are dropping over there, it looks like, huh? It's kind of come down 30,000. So if Albany's an area you're looking at, might be time to get moving out there and get out there and start looking at some places, because those prices have come down. And we're looking over here at the median sales price. 277 is the median sales price. And what is it now? 277.4. So pretty much the median sales price stayed the same, $400, not a huge change. The absorption rate, again, trending in a downward. They're just over a month, 1.13. And the list to sold ratio is at 97%, 97.1. So it's hanging there right at the average for the area that we're seeing. Days on the market has increased. Again, we're up about a month and a half for days on the market. And where the hot spot is, as well, it's looking right now, that 300 range and that 200 range are both in the same area with 17 sales in both of those. So that is Albany. Next thing we're going to check out here, we're going to check out Clifton Park and look at our numbers for the Clifton Park area. And we take a look at this. So our active listings trending downward as it is with most areas, but we're just at 28 active listings in Clifton Park right now. And the new listings dropped as well. When January was up to 29, it's come down about 10. So it's at 20 new listings for the month of February. Listing prices, though, as we see, take it as an increase. So the average list price was $425 back in January, and now it is up to 458 in January. So that's jumped up a little over 30,000 for that increase right there. And the median sales price is for 440 right now, jumped up 10,000 from that category. The absorption rate is down below a month, which it has been. It was the month previous to that. So the last time it was sitting right at a month was back in December, but we're at 0.84 months, so less than a month of inventory in Clifton Park. And the list to sold ratio is at 101.8. So it looks like it's a hot area here for Clifton Park because they're getting over their asking price on average. And days on the market has come down hugely since the month of January. It was at almost 40 days. Now it's sitting at 17 days. It's over 50% that it dropped in that number. And we come down here and we see that 500 plus range has got that 8. We've got 7 in the, I'm sorry, 3 in the 200 range, 4 in the 300 range, and 6 in the 400 range. So the highest one right here is at 500 plus in Clifton Park. So now let's take this and we're going to move this a little bit north here. We're going to come right up. We're going to hit Ballston Spa as we're heading north in the capital region. And we got a slight decline in the active listings from 38 down to 35. New listings 19 down to 11, so another drop in that as well. Look at this huge spike that we got right here from one. We're gonna actually I'm gonna take out the median sales price just so we can take a look at this one by itself. It was at 360 for the average sales price, and it jumped up to 540, almost $200,000 spike and increase in the average sales price for the month of February. Now let's come back here. We're going to take this in and we're going to take out the average sales price. Here's our median sales price, following the same trend, right? 325, and it has spiked up to 545. So there must have been some big sales in Ballston Spa in order to kind of spur those kind of numbers. Let's bring both those numbers right back. Coming back down here, months of inventory, a month and 3/4 for the month of inventory, and we got 110.9% sold to list ratio. So something is driving this. Something big sold in Ballston Spa in February to kind of drive this. We're seeing this spike right here for the list sold price and this right here. And it looks like it went for over the asking as well, too. So something to note, and days on the market has dropped down tremendously. 3 days on the market. I don't know if I've seen a number that low in quite a while here, but 3 days on the market. And where is the big sales price going here? That 500 plus, they had 5 sales. The 300 range, there was 3. The 400 range, there was 1. And then we had some random ones, it looks like. No, that's our one right there. That's our 9. So those 9 sales right there. So that is the Ballston spot area. A couple more spots we're going to check out here before we wrap it up here. We're going to hit Queensbury next for these numbers. Queensbury, again, moving up north, getting right here almost to the Adirondack Park. Again, trending downward. 23 active listings. The previous month was 29, so we're seeing that drop again. We're seeing new listings drop as well from 14 down to 13, so it dropped, but not a huge difference. We do, however, see an increase right here in the average sales price from 416 up to 490, so a pretty healthy jump in Queensbury as well for that coming up. Not the Ballston Spa number that we just looked at, but pretty healthy jump. And we're seeing the median sales price going from 410 down to 402. So dropping about $8,000. The absorption rate is just over a month at 1.15 months. List to sold ratio is at 95.7%. So that is below right now what the average is in the area. And days on the market, also on the decline, we're sitting at 42 days. And the hot spot in this area is right now that 400 range is selling 4. The 200 range has had 4 sales, and that 500 plus had 4 sales. So that incorporates a bigger area. So I'm going to say right now we're looking at the 200 and the 400 range is where the majority of the sales are going in Queensbury. So the last spot we're going to check and see, we're going to check out the city of Glens Falls and what's going on in that area right now. So again, trending downward like we're seeing in most areas. 10 active listings for that month. and 7 new listings came on. Right over here, for the second month in a row, it has jumped up. So the average sales price has increased again. We're sitting at about 311, almost 312. And the median sales price is at 286.5. Absorption rate is under a month here as well. It's 0.78. Sold to list ratio is at 97.2%. So that's sitting right at the average for the area. And we are seeing a decline in the days on the market to just under 18 days. And most of these sales are going right in that 300 range, or that 300 to 400 range. We see 2, and we've got in the 200 range, we've got 3. So we had 6 total sales in there. We had 1 in that 400 range as well. So that is the recap of what we got going on here in the capital region. Again, if there's an area that you're interested in that I didn't cover, because I can't cover everything in this video, but what I can do is kind of just put it out there. You reach out and you get a hold of me. Call, text, email. Let me know what area you're looking at. Let me know what your goals are, how I can help you. I can put a video together that kind of covers that area, kind of goes over the numbers and gives you some information, kind of go on for your search. And also I answer any real estate questions that you have. So love talking shop. So if you got any questions related to real estate, send them over to me. More happy to answer them for you. And maybe even if it's something that I think I'm getting a lot of people asking me these questions, and I've done this before, I'll put a little video out there covering that so we can kind of go over that with everybody. So subscribe to the channel. Don't miss the next videos that are coming out. I got all kinds of stuff coming out covering the area. We got new stuff coming out all the time. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.